we are live. We are back again tonight. Yes, yes. Extreme teachers. So all week, I am interviewing extreme teachers. And what makes them extreme, you're going to find out. So I am Valari Humphrey. Everybody calls me Val or Auntie Val. And I am the educator's educator. I help educators connect with students that don't look like them. And it's not always about the skin tone. It's just about connecting with students and what that divide can look like. All right. So, one of those extreme teachers that I met along the way is Donna. Donna Gantt is amazing. When I tell you she's amazing, she excites my soul. And she's a hidden gem over there in Georgia, y'all. I want y'all to meet Miss Donna Gantt. Donna, we're going to talk to Donna. I'm going to get in her business a little bit, but we're going to have a good time. And she is an amazing woman of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say Z5, but it seemed like it just go on the end just perfectly, wouldn't it?
That's right. That's right. Z5B in the house.
Let's go. Donna, tell me a little bit about you. And I want to know what made you become a teacher.
Okay. Well, as Valari said, I am a teacher in Northeast Georgia. This is my 24th year teaching in the state of Georgia. When I graduated from college, I became a social worker. I worked with the Department of Family and Children Services. And I decided I wanted to do something greater. I wanted to work with the youth to bring about change. So I became a teacher so that I could bring about a change in my community and help our youth grow into productive citizens in the community, to get educated and to become productive citizens.
Yes. Oh, that's
cool. The last 24 years.
24 years. Let's go.
24 years.
Right. So I'm about to share this on several sites. So give me a second. Let me get this share going on so everybody can see what I see. I want them to see how amazing you are. So we're going to share this on multiple sites. So,
okay, all right. That's fine.
Yes, got it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. It was getting loud up there. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'll share later. It's not acting right. Okay, so I got your name. I know why you started teaching. Where do you teach? Let's shout the school out. Where do you teach?
Currently, I teach at Bernie Harris Lyons Middle School in Clark County, in Athens, Georgia. And I'm an 8th grade social studies teacher.
8th grade social studies. What other committees you work on? Come on. What's the other committees? Tell me.
The other committees that I'm involved in at my school?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on the local school governance committee where we work with community people. We also work with parents, and we have teachers on that committee. And we look at the school improvement. What can we do to make our school better? So we are grant funded for that initiative, and we work collaboratively together to make decisions for the school.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Not to mention all the other stuff. So that's it. That's all you do at the school. That's it.
Correct. Yes.
I don't believe. I don't believe that. You do a couple other things. So look, she's trying to be humble, y'all. What's the name of your district, Donna?
Clark County School District in Athens, Georgia.
Clark County School District's Teacher of the Year for 2019. The Teacher of the Year. Come on.
Yes, absolutely.
You talking about the teacher of a whole district? That's extreme.
Yes.
I'm loving it. All right, cool, Donna. Well, talk to me. So tell me, what was your first year of teaching like? Where was it? What was it like? We've had some of these stories, so I need you to be real transparent right now. So talk to me. Your first year, what was it like? Talk to me.
My first year teaching, actually, I worked for the state of Georgia, but I was housed in a high school in Clark County. And I worked with a program that was called Jobs for Georgia Graduates. And we worked with seniors to help them prepare for careers and college. And so that first year was amazing. It was absolutely something to remember. I got to work with seniors. And what I decided at that time is we need a program like this early on, not just when students get in their senior year, because it's almost too late at that point to decide what they want to do with the rest of their life. So, I wish that there was something that students could start, say, 9th grade, because as early as elementary and middle school, you need to start thinking about what it is you want to do with your future. But that year was amazing. And at that time, I decided to move over to the public school district, leaving the state of Georgia and working for the school itself.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, okay. So tell me about the community where you taught. What was the community like?
The community in Athens, Clarke County community,
No, where you first started teaching.
where I first started teaching. At
Yeah.
the high school level, that community was awesome. Um, of course, we had 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. I got to work with the seniors, but I also got to work with other students in the building. I was able to bring in speakers like Hines Ward, that used to be a football player for the University of Georgia. He came in and spoke to the students. Now he's gone pro, but I think he's retired now.
Oh,
I know he was on Dancing for the Stars. He supported my program. I brought in a number of people to talk to my students. I also worked with my students and placed them in jobs in the community, in the local Athens community. So I had to develop a relationship with employers, with the business community, as well as our career technical education department. So the community embraced our program. And those students, not only did they go through that program and successfully complete the program, but I was able to track them once they went on to their universities or colleges. I was able to track them to see if our program was effective.
Okay, so was it? Come on, talk
It
to me.
was. And Jobs for Georgia Graduates is still it still exists. There's a national program called Jobs for America's Graduate, and under that umbrella, Jobs for Georgia Graduates fall under that umbrella.
Jobs for Georgia graduates. I love it, Donna. I love it. Okay,
Yes. So that was a work-based learning program.
a work-based learning
A work-based learning program. Yes.
I love that. I love that. All right. So you told me about your first year. You said you've been teaching 24 years, right?
Yes.
Talk to me about the journey. So your first year was where? So you told me about your first year. Where'd you go after that? How long were you there?
Okay. So my first year, I taught the Jobs for Georgia Graduates program. Although I worked for the Department of Labor out of Atlanta to Peachtree, I was stationed and housed at Cedar Shoals High School. I did that for a number of years, and then I started teaching in the public school system. And then one day I got a call from the technical college asking me if I would consider coming to work for them. The job was with the Department of Technical and Adult Education, and it was a joint venture where it was partly grant funded, and it was funded by the Department of Technical and Adult Education. So I worked with adults in that program for 5 years until the funding dried up. And those people that I served in the adult program were people that had been mandated through the court systems, fathers that were not paying child support. So we worked with them to give them some employability and life skills. We also worked with women that were on welfare and trying to move them from the welfare role to the employment role and giving them some life skills. And so after doing that for 5 years and the funding dried up, I went back to the public school system, back to the high school, but a different high school in a different county. So I've worked teaching high school career technical education. I've worked in the middle school teaching special education. I'm highly qualified in special education.
Right.
And I've also worked as a career technical educator, teaching family and consumer science. And I'm also gifted certified in the state of Georgia, ESOL, English language learners for second languages. And I also teach social studies. I'm certified in social studies and as a reading specialist. So I think I have a whole,
Donna, I believe I'm just speaking this over you. I believe it's time to be an administrator so you could use these tools that you have.
Absolutely.
To the next level in the main office. So I'm speaking that over you now that administration is coming your way. So just embrace it when it gets there. All right.
Absolutely.
So that's your 24 years. I love it.
Yes, and I forgot to mention that I'm also certified in leadership and administration with the state of Georgia.
Let's go.
Education and leadership. Yes.
You are a package. You're a full package. I love it. All right. So you told me where you started teaching, right?
Yes.
So, and you told me why. So let's talk about your experiences. Like, what do you remember as your most amazing experience? What's your most amazing experience when it comes to teaching?
Well, I've had a lot of experiences that were amazing as it comes to teaching. And one of the things that always bring me joy is when my students get it, when their lights come on. But I guess last year, well, 2018, 2019 was the most amazing year for me. And I think you've kind of shared that is when I became teacher of the year for my school. And then later I was announced as teacher of the year for the district. That was the most amazing moment in my career.
Let's go. I did not know. I didn't know it was for both.
Yes, for my
I know.
school as well as the district.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. All right. That's good stuff. All right. So talk to me about your students. Come on.
Okay.
Give me,
Well, one
give
of
me
the
a
things
story
I
about them
always
babies. Give me a story about them babies.
give you a story about my babies. One of the things I always try to do with my students is build relationships. I think relationship building is so important. Not just building relationships with the students, but also building relationships with the parents, with the community. And once you build those relationships with students, then you can reach them. I think it's really hard to reach students when you don't have a relationship with them. And
Better
I
come on.
think, yes, I think when you look for something good in every student and you try to build on that good thing and give them some encouragement and some motivation to inspire them.
Yeah.
Um, those are some of my amazing moments, but I've had lots of amazing moments. I can remember once I was doing a read aloud test, and this shows some of when I became a teacher. I was doing a read aloud test, and this kind of funny.
Um,
And as I was reading the test aloud, I started giving the answers, and my and my paraprofessional said, "Miss Gantt, give me that. Let me do that." So that was really funny. That was really
so you
funny.
just reading and reading the answers with it.
Yes, and another thing, when I became teacher of the year for my particular building, my students acted as if they had gotten teacher of the year. They were so proud that they were a student of mine, and me being teacher of the year. And I had to actually teach in front of a committee that came out to evaluate my teaching as a part of being considered for the district teacher. And my
Right.
students, they came all dressed up. I had no idea they were going to come all dressed up because I had told them they're coming tomorrow. They're coming during your class. They were the best students. I mean, they did an awesome job. They did an awesome job. And
So
then I
you
had
didn't know they were gonna dress up?
huh?
You didn't know they were gonna dress up?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. They just showed out. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so the district gave me $1,000 as one of the things that they gave to me as being teacher of the year. They gave me $1,000. They had already decided and divided how much each one of them would get.
You better come on and say because us. You
Yeah,
get
they had figured it up. They had divided it out how much each student would get because they did so good on the day that I was evaluated.
oh my God. Now that's funny. Now
That is
that is funny.
that
They
is
said we're kidding. We will be
yeah,
with this. Oh
yeah.
wow.
And then I
Ah,
had parents requesting to have their students put in my class.
let's
It was
go. That's right. You teacher of the year.
yeah. I'm like, okay, how many can I have? It's
That is
only
so,
one of me.
right. That is so amazing, Donna.
Yes.
That is so good. So you being as amazing as you are, you being this extreme teacher, talk to me about how you are dealing with COVID-19, this pandemic. How are you dealing with it? How are your students? How the district? Like, give me the raw. It's just me and you. Just talk to
Okay.
me.
So when this first happened, we were all kind of at a loss as to how we were going to do it. We
Yeah.
had to wait until the state of Georgia decided how they wanted to roll it out and how our district wanted to roll it out. So
Mhm.
our district decided that because our students in our district have one-to-one devices, and so they had we were out on spring break, so we never came back after spring break. All of the kids had taken their devices home with them, so it was easy for our district to roll it out digitally. And so each content area was assigned a particular day to teach. And so most of the students actually reported in, came to class, did their assignments. There were a small percentage of students that did not log in. and it was because they had lost courts and that kind of stuff. So the district made it possible that the kids could get courts, et cetera, et cetera. My district also fed students. We went out and we passed out lunches to students each day. But initially, it was a little complicated, but we worked through it, and we got consistent. We just posted grades. We're done on the 21st. Our grades would go out, and majority of our students passed.
So you are
Majority.
officially on summer break.
Oh yes, it's time to celebrate.
Let's
And
go.
so next,
Y'all got through the pandemic. It's over
we
right
did.
there.
We got through the pandemic, and today I was reading the newspaper. One of the school systems in Georgia has decided that they were going to offer that as a choice for parents and students for next year. Not my district, but another district in Georgia. I think it was Clayton County, Georgia.
Wow.
They're thinking in terms Clayton County, Georgia.
Got it. A little bird told me that it may be where schools don't go back to traditional setting until January.
Is that
They
correct?
I don't know if it's, I don't know yet,
Yeah.
but
Well,
that's just
I
yeah.
really wouldn't be surprised, because we're just going day by day now. But actually, our students will get to come out next week and clear their lockers. Of course, it's scheduled. They'll get to clear their lockers out and take their belongings. And so,
Amazing. That's good.
mhm,
That's a good
mhm.
thing. All right. So I got two more questions and we out.
Yeah,
You ready? Okay.
yes.
So talk to Donna, her first year teaching. Let that 24-year veteran talk to that first year veteran. Give me three things that you would tell her.
Okay. The first thing that I would tell him or her is to be
No,
flexible.
your first year.
Myself,
You.
to be flexible,
Oh yeah.
because so much information is thrown at you that very first year. And don't be afraid to ask if you don't know. It's better to ask than not to ask. If you don't know, you don't know, and you ask. Um, have a mentor teacher, someone that you can work with, someone that can model and encourage you and help you get organized. Be a sponge. If I had to say to myself, going back looking at my first year, when you're giving a test and you're doing a read aloud, don't give the answers to the students. And build relationships with your students. Build
Yeah.
real relationships with your students. Get to know them, because you're going to be with them babies 5 days a week, more hours than they are at home with their parents. So build strong relationships with your students. That's what I would say to that first year teacher.
Okay. All right.
Build
So
your resources.
you coupled the two, because yesterday we had a couple of first year teachers on and they were asking like, what advice do you tell me? But I love where you're saying be flexible.
Be
And
flexible.
and the one thing I always say, don't be afraid to say you don't know.
Absolutely.
Because I think when you're a first year teacher, you hold on to, I got this. I'm the
Mhm.
teacher. Let it
Mhm.
go. Just let
And
it go.
absolutely, one of the things I had to get used to, because working in social work, you're out in the field, you're going from this point to this point to this point. And being a teacher, you are in a classroom all day. Uh,
Hmm.
and so I had to get used to that, being in a building all day and being in one location. And so, but yes, be flexible, be a sponge, learn as much as you can, and don't be
Right.
afraid to ask for help. Build your
Yeah,
resources. Build relationships, good relationships with your co-workers.
I love it. I love it, Donna. Well, you doing all right over there in Georgia. I can see. I can see. So what's happening for the summer for you? What you doing for the summer?
Well, actually, for the summer, I have a lot of I have a few online conferences. One with Extreme Teachers in August, the first weekend in August. So I will be virtually in that conference that first weekend, and then the second weekend, um, Zeta Phi Beta, we have a state conference, and I'll be preparing to move to 8th grade to teach Georgia studies, because last year my test scores were so high in 6th grade that I've been asked to move to 8th grade.
And y'all
So
wonder why she extreme. That's why. That's why.
and so well, thank you. I'll help those 8th graders get ready for high school, and they have to take an end of the course test, state test, in the
Yes.
subject matter. So yes,
Oh, this is
I'm
about something.
excited and looking forward to that. So that's what I'll be doing a lot this summer, and staying safe, staying inside.
Amen. You're about to put them on the map, Donna. I already know. So you make sure we will stay in touch with, because you are one of our extreme teachers. So
Yes, ma'am.
I
I
cannot wait
appreciate it.
until I cannot wait until we get to the point where you're behind the assessment and you
Yeah,
say this is how much they've grown.
absolutely, absolutely.
A lot of people focus
And I
on growth.
did get my book. I got my book. You ain't the boss of me.
Yes,
I will be reading this and getting ready for necessary training.
that is going to be amazing. And Donna is
Yes,
going to become one of our extreme educators. And in order to be certified and be able to work with these students even more to
yes.
get them and understand their behavior styles. So this is amazing, Donna. I am so excited. Well, Donna,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank
Well,
you
thank
for
you.
allowing me to come into your home. Thank you for allowing me to hear your story and to know that
Yes,
you are an extreme teacher. And
well, thank you.
extreme teachers go to the outer perimeters, the out for their kids, the outermost. They don't
Yes,
go right in the middle where everyone else is. Because when stuff get crazy, everybody bunches together. Those extreme teachers go to the outermost for their kids. And that's
that's
what you
right.
and that's why you're
Absolutely.
one of our extreme teachers for this year. And I
Well, thank
appreciate you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And
Thank you.
I want y'all to know, if you are an educator out there, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday, we have our
Yes,
PD Wednesdays. So we will be doing professional development in about 38 minutes or so.
absolutely.
You can go to extremeteachers.com. It's right there. It's across the ticker. Extremeteachers.com and register. It is free PD. We're doing that at least for the month of May. Until the end of May, we'll be doing some extreme PD, free PD for teachers, okay? Educators. And it's some coaches in there too. It's not
Oh,
just teachers. If you just want to
yes.
learn. And tonight, we're talking about homework versus no homework. Should homework be banned? Mm,
Yes.
that's going to be a
Good
good topic.
question.
Should homework
Yes.
be banned? I think people are really shocked about my answer because I taught for I'm leaving after 29 and a half years. And I gave homework. But how do I feel about it today? Y'all got about 37 minutes. Go to extremeteachers.com and register. Well, Miss Donna Gantt, I
Thank you.
appreciate you. And yes, Gantt does educate y'all. I just want y'all to know she's amazing. So, Donna, that's it. That's all, says the clock on the wall. I'll see you shortly, Donna, but I just want to say thank you. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Thank
you are
you.
so welcome, Donna. If it's
Yes.
everything you ever need from me, all you have to do is let me know. You know I'll be here for you.
Yes, ma'am. I
All right,
appreciate
Miss
you.
Donna, you have a good evening.
You
See you
too.
guys.
Bye.